in just straight up telling you telling you why I'm late. I slept in and I got caught up on the qualifying race and practice 3 in Vandervoort today. I think it's Zandervoort or Vandervoort. F1 heads know what I'm talking about. And just finished that, so that was about 2 hours, 2.5 hours of recording that I had to watch. And we're going into the race tomorrow. Hopefully the weather's great. We don't have any incidents and just have some good old-fashioned fun. Some clean racing. But in celebration of that, I wanted to play F1 2021. I just bought it on Friday. Friday morning, actually. So I played a little bit of it to get started, but I'm pretty much started from scratch. So we're in the My Team mode, and we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Short stream today. I don't plan on streaming too long into the night because, you know, dinner and stuff is going to be happening. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. And we go ahead mute this song. I like it. All right, let's do it.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, so here we are, F1 2021. I really like what they did with this game, from the soundtrack to the story that they've added, and I think I'm going to stream that as well. I'll probably do that in a future stream though. But we can go on a little tour of just like what's different from F1 2019 or F1 2020, the one that I normally play, and you can watch recordings of that if you want. So right away, of course, this is new, the breaking point, that campaign mode that they've added. And then of course you have multiplayer and the weekly event. So the next race starts in 50 minutes, and that's of course going to be in the Netherlands because that's where Sunday's race is taking place. So I may take part in that, even though I'm going to get absolutely smoked by everyone, but I think it'll be fun. Alright, so this Watch the Pros is coming in October 2021. I don't know if they're going to have like the YouTubers featured here, or if they're gonna have like actual racing clips that they show. But this stuff is all coming down the pipeline, so. And then of course all of this stuff is pretty much the same. You just added like a little more to it. And you have like a nice relaxing track. This is actually one of the special skins you get for buying the deluxe edition. But since I'm just starting to play the game, you have a pretty basic livery and just build on that. So this is the car that I would normally have if I didn't buy the special edition, which I may switch to mid-season. Depends on how I feel. And then of course this is how the matching suit looks, which is why I call it designer, because you know it's really you know, flamboyant and stylish. And then this is like the default, you know, racing suit to match the car. So looks better for like a starting team. And this neat little thing here, you can actually look at your cars in the showroom as opposed to just the F1 cars. So this is the story mode car, and that's why it looks exactly the same as designer, because I copied that design over. But if I wanted to change the look of the story car, this will look different, but this one won't change. But yeah, this is like one of the coolest things, because you didn't really get to see much of your headquarters in 2020, but now you can see literally everything. At least on the outside. I don't know if we're gonna get to the point where we can actually walk around in the facility. Maybe in F1 2023, you know. But yeah, and then you just get some nice little angles here just to see all the little tidbits, because most of this stuff is well, not most, all of it is FIA regulated, but the FIA allows teams a little wiggle room to kind of come up with their own technologies and approach to the design. So yeah, like every car looks the same but isn't the same. There may be minor differences on cars from team to team. But Codemasters did a really great job of just bringing the aesthetics in, and of course, you know, with a beefier GPU like the GTX 3070 Ti, which I'm running right now, you know, you can really get some good looking shots of this car. And then, honestly, my favorite part is the tires. My favorite part of this whole thing is the tires, just how smooth and sleek they look. It's really cool. But if you were to look at the actual racing cars, you get a little bit more, so you get a little history with it. But the venue doesn't change, just like the livery and all of that changes in the background. So the location is pretty much the same, but you know, like you can look at the back and you see the umbrellas, the advertisement in the back switches to Jonas AMG, and then of course just a little bit about the vehicles itself, which you can go ahead and play this audio.
Returning to Formula One in 2010 as a works team, Mercedes have become one of the most successful teams in recent history, taking home both drivers' and constructors' championships in each of the last 7 seasons. Prior to that, Mercedes were engine supplier for the Brackley-based 2009 Constructors' Champions Brawn GP. This was their way back into Formula One as their parent company Daimler purchased a stake in the team for the 2010 season. The team was then rebranded to Mercedes and have raced under that world-famous German mark ever since, creating history along the way.
And then of course you have your drivers here. Now we know that's going to change. We know that's going to change in the 2022 season. Bottas, while Mercedes hasn't confirmed whether Bottas is staying or going, we kind of know. Like, they would have announced it already if he was going to stay with Mercedes. So the prevailing rumor is that Bottas is going to Alfa Romeo. Kimi Räikkönen, as we already know, is retiring this year, so he's going to be out of the sport. So Bottas is going to take his seat. If Giovinazzi gets cut from Alfa Romeo, which some people are murmuring that will be the case, then we could potentially have a extra seat in Alfa Romeo, and we may see a new driver, right? And Russell, George Russell, is supposed to be taking Bottas's place, and it'll be Hamilton and Russell. The first time in many years we've had 2 British drivers on one F1 team. And Nick de Vries, who is currently killing it in F2 right now, may take Russell's seat, or Alex Albon from Red Bull may take the Williams seat as well. Now, word on the street is that Mercedes is pressuring Williams to not take Albon because Albon is with Red Bull's driver development program. Even though Toto Wolff has come out publicly and said he wouldn't block Albon if that's what, Williams wanted to go with. But at the same time, they want to get De Vries in there, which I think, and don't quote me on this, but I think De Vries is another Mercedes development driver, which makes sense as to why they would do that. But I would love to see Albon back on the track. So, I've heard great things about De Vries, but I don't think he's really had his chance to shine. He raced with Red Bull, but he wasn't ready. He was a rookie driver. He made a lot of mistakes, and he lacked a lot of pace and initiative. And then racing against Hamilton, he was too aggressive, and that resulted in some collisions with Hamilton. But I think he's a great driver. He has a lot of potential. He just needs to mature his racecraft, and I think he'll be awesome. So I would like to see him back on the circuit. But yeah, this is our Williams car. You can look a little bit, or listen a little bit more about them.
Debuting in 1977, Williams are one of the most famous and well-recognised teams in motorsport. They started out as a very small single-car team in the 70s and made their way to a position of absolute dominance through part of the 1990s. In that time, Williams have had some of the most famous and accomplished drivers of all time in the driver's seat.
Linton, thanks for the subscription, my friend. How are you doing today?
The late, great Ayrton Senna. Williams have partnered with multiple engine manufacturers over the years, with the most successful by far being Renault in the 1990s.
Very much love.
They would win multiple championships. In total, Williams have had a long and very successful history in the sport, with over 100 Formula One race wins to their name.
Yeah, I'm still bothered about that. Like, Netflix in season 2 of Drive to Survive, and again, if you haven't seen Drive to Survive, I highly recommend it. Even if you're not a racing fan, I think Netflix just did a really great job of just telling the story of these drivers and these teams, and kind of really capturing the drama of the sport. But in season 2, at the end of season 2, there was no mention of the Williams family selling the team to keep it alive, and to me that's like journalistic malpractice. But Netflix, they're not exactly journalists, they're entertainers, so I guess you can give them a pass. I'm good, just hanging out all day. Awesome. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. Definitely good to see you. I just bought this game, and just peeking around in it, and I've got to start from scratch with my racing team, but we'll see what drama, how different it is from 2020. It was more or less straightforward in 2020, but I'm just curious to see how things have changed in 2021. Here you can see your team's balance. Your sponsors will give you cash each week and extra bonuses and complete their objectives. These are your resource points. You can use these to help the team upgrade the car. You can spend that at any time in R&D. This is your team's acclaim level. As this increases, so does your income from sponsors. Many of the top drivers won't consider moving to a low acclaim team, so get out there and prove yourself on track before approaching them. Okay.
It's important to use the time between races to the fullest extent, and that's where these activities come in. Manage everyone's time as efficiently as possible to maximize the team's performance.
Alright, that's pretty much the same. Yeah, that's pretty much the same. Just the menu looks a little different. Alright, so definitely we can put him in our driver's training camp. And then let's see, power and durability focus. Yeah, let's do that. That was my winning recipe in the 2020 season, so we're just gonna do more of that. And yeah, our schedule is now full. Available from your workstation, your mailbox is the principal means by which your team and others will communicate with you throughout your F1 career. Messages can contain important and useful information about a wide variety of subjects, including weather reports, contract updates, and more, so be sure to check your mailbox. Yes. Good morning, boss. The decorators finished off the break room last week, and Ruth tells me that the servers should all be online, so we are now officially up and running. Welcome to the big stage. I'm looking forward to being part of the enduring and successful legacy we're about to build. It would be good to get either yourself or Lewis into the simulator as soon as possible, so that we can start working on some developments. I don't need to tell you that both our car and our facilities are looking a touch on the basic side right now. Try to get into the habit of identifying the areas you want to invest in, and doing so as soon as we have the funds. The primary areas we can invest are facilities, our second driver's salary, and our own personal driver perks. We'll bring in income from our sponsors every week as we complete the goals they set, so spend it wisely. Good luck this season, Ollie. IT Department System Access. To all team members, thank you for your patience during the recent downtime. I am pleased to confirm that the issues with our internal network have been resolved, and that you should all have full access to the systems required by your role. If you encounter any further issues with network permissions, please contact the IT Department. Kind regards, Ruth Kowalczyk, IT Director. Ollie, facility upgrades. Hey, did you know the better our facilities are, the better our chances for developing a faster car? We'd love to see you invest throughout the year in different areas of our facilities, and I thought I'd let you know what that would mean for us in terms of R&D. Fabrication. The higher a department's fabrication, the more upgrades you can develop simultaneously. Build time. More investment here means a quicker turnaround for our developments. Quality control. With better quality control, we see less chances of our developments failing. Resource point generation. Investment here will see our weekly resource points increased. Okay. Alright, done that.
This is where you can view our current facilities and the effects they're having on the business. You can also invest some of our cash into upgrades for these facilities.
Alright, so we've got 2 milli. 2 milli. Let's see. That's gonna cost 3.5 million, and that's gonna cost 1.5. But it'll amplify the positive effects from team activities. So that might be a good investment. Let's take a look at durability here. So I don't have enough money to boost anything in the durability department. That's cool. Not surprisingly. And then powertrain over here. Okay, so we can put some points in the resource point generation. I do want to focus powertrain, so I think we're gonna do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and invest in powertrain. Get that done. All right, there we go. 1.6 million down. Research and development, support for all Formula 1 teams, continue to develop the car. Each race offers free practice sessions. During these, you can perform practice programs which will earn you resource points that can be spent on upgrades for your car. Completing specific objectives in these programs will earn you development boosts, reducing the cost of some upgrades. You can pursue upgrades in each of the 4 R&D departments. Completing upgrades will reveal more avenues of development for you to consider, making more complicated, more expensive upgrades valuable to research. From time to time, you will also receive upgrades from your engine supplier. As your facilities get upgraded, you will be able to develop multiple upgrades at once. Okay, that did come out of the email, so we do know about that. We have 1,000 resource points to work with, so let's go ahead and we'll do improved gearbox materials. I do like how this particular screen looks in compared to 2020. It just looks cleaner. But I will say that the thing I liked more about 2020 is that you had the entire tree in front of you. So like, I'm a fan of 4X games, you guys know that. So Civilization, Endless Space, like, I'm used to seeing tech trees, okay? I like tech trees, and I like being able to see everything at once, and that's what you could do in 2020. This, they cleaned it up a lot, and you get like some nice art just to show you what the parts look like, but it's not a tree. But I guess that makes sense, because if you had the whole tree, you wouldn't need the art, so I guess this was a better decision. But yeah, we'll be getting that in 16 days. And I have 500 points remaining. I might be able to do a little more. Let's see. So we've already got ignition and spark plugs. Engine power. That's going to cost 575. We don't have enough for that. Valve timing. Okay. So that one's already being rear floor under tray distribution. Wait. Okay. I think that's a good idea. But that's a 40% failure chance though. Both of these are 40%. But we might not have a choice because there's really nothing else I can put my points in, so. Or I could just bank those points. Okay, yeah, no. I think I'm gonna do that. We'll just bank the points and then see where we fall. So looking at where we are here, we are, looks like, because McLaren is the brighter orange, so we are ahead of Alfa Romeo. Haas and Williams are pretty much neck and neck. So based on this graph, we should be finishing towards the back of the pack, maybe around 9th or 10th place. But that's all going to come down to racecraft and reliability. Okay. Car reveal. All right, there she is.
We had a major issue on the production line earlier this week, so the entire development package for the weekend has failed. Any redevelopments will need to be ordered from the R&D screen.
Not surprised. I would feign frustration, but there's really no point. That's not surprising at all. It's a good thing I banked those points, because if that part failed, my weight reduction probably would have failed as well, and I would just be out of points. So we've got to invest in better experimentation processes so our parts don't fail. Dream Hunter with the sub. What is good, my man? Just wanting to stop by and drop some juice all over your tater. Gotcha, Hyper. What's up, dude?
We'll get on great. Your workstation's all set up and ready to go. Don't let us down.
Appreciate the love, my man. Appreciate the love. Oh, this is cool. So I can actually see myself now. I couldn't do that in 2020. So opposite me is our driver, which is Nick DeVries, who we were just talking about. But yeah, this is just pre-driver stuff, and there's my Samsung-looking smartphone. Old Samsung, of course, not new Samsung. Nothing much, about to go AFK, but I'll leave it for alert. Can't wait for some BJs. Exactly, yeah. Hanging out with Linted and Mandef. It will be good. That's going to be tomorrow at 8 p.m. So that will be a lot of fun. I look forward to that. Getting fat and seeing all you guys in person. That will be good. But yeah, man, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your lurking. Happy lurking. Whatever it is you do while you lurk. And try to burn some rubber. And not crash. Alright, so practice screen's a little different. You got this white screen here that's a little bit jarring. I kind of like the deep red of 2020. But you know, takes some getting used to, I guess. I've turned on approximate weather, so I can't trust that this will be 100% accurate. I just wanted to add a little more difficulty. Ollie, morning. It's Ollie, your new head of R&D. Make sure you check your messages often, as I'll be using this to forward any useful race information to you. Right, I'll leave you to prepare for your first session, but if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. Best of luck out there today. Alright, weekend preview. Morning, everyone. I've attached a preview for this weekend's Grand Prix. If you have any questions, come see me in the data center. Ollie. Okay. Bahrain is going to be lit. Okay. So we managed to get the basics done, just to improve materials on the gearbox felt. The good news is that some new upgrades have come through and they're ready to go into the car. The bad news is some of the parts of the package didn't pass quality control. You'll need to reorder those that fell from the R&D screen. I hope this package is still a good step forward overall. Okay, good news on the weather front. It looks like both qualifying and the race are going to stay dry. You can take a look at the latest weather report yourself. That's one less thing to throw a spanner in the works this weekend. Yeah, 6% chance of rain. Not really worried about that. Okay. Okay, so the rivalry system has carried over. That's cool. And then more R&D stuff, which can't really order new parts right now. But yeah, let's do it. Practice 1. Bahrain's really pretty. I would certainly like to visit it one day.
Morning, boss. Jeff here. Thanks again for bringing me on board. You've found a lot of talented people for this team. I can't wait to see what we can accomplish. Our journey to the Constructors' Championship starts here today, and the car is ready to head out whenever you are.
Alright, that sounds good. That sounds good. That sounds great. Alright, free practice sessions. Free practice sessions are a vital part of each Grand Prix weekend. We already know that part. Okay, that's carried over from 2020. And you must hand back 2 sets of your dry tire allocation. Yeah, okay. We know that. We know that. I noticed a little screen tearing, so I need to check VSync. Gamma, steering, video mode. VSync is off. Yep, caught it. Okay, VSync is on. That should take care of our screen tearing, and it has. Okay. Let's take a look at our session info. Alright, so just like before, you have different things that you're trying to do and earning points while doing them. I see that there's a few less options. So we have ERS management, track acclimatization, and race strategy. We're missing the tire and fuel management program, so that's interesting. Maybe we will get those later, or maybe they just cut them. Maybe they just cut them from the game entirely, and they're just giving you more points to work with. But you know, we got an hour of practice, so practice 1 and practice 2 is on Fridays. Practice 3 and the qualifying is on Saturday. Race is on Sunday. That's how Formula 1 does it. So let's just start with a track acclimatization. We'll go on the hards and we'll do a flying lap. Alright.
Your goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible. Best of luck out there.
So this is the TV camera, which is decent, but I want the cockpit camera. That's what I want. That's what I want. TV pod offset, near chase, far chase, cockpit, nose, alt, and nose, and wing. Alright, yeah, cockpit. Yep, cock. I'm actually going to run to the bathroom real quick, actually. Green tea is knocking. So yeah, be right back, and then we're gonna just continue the race. So. Okay, I'm back. That was pretty good too. We'll like that song. Alright. So I can tell you like right away, the steering feels super different. And then in 2020, and I might have something to do with just like the tech of my car and how it's built, but it feels like really tight. I like it. I wouldn't say it's better, but it feels different.
Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
But yeah, that's cool. Alright, so we had a little oversteer there. Alright, that was bad. So I have a Renault power unit in the car right now, which was the cheapest one, and it had pretty good power.
Good work. You seem to have a solid handle on the lap. Let's try and perfect each turn. Remember that chaining good corners together will give you a consistency bonus.
Okay, yeah, I definitely felt it there. Alright, yeah, missed that turn entirely. That was turns 9 and 10. So that's opportunity. That's an opportunity for us to improve.
Final lap. This is the final lap of the program.
Yeah, it's just this section of the track, but it'll take some practice. It'll take some practice. Like I am losing a lot of time on that sector. I also like the fact that the qualities are shorter. In 2020, these are 5 laps. Like, even if you get a good score, you still have to do 5 laps, unless you, like, hit the highest possible score, and then you don't have to.
Alright, that's the program complete. This is some decent data, although far from optimal. It could still be worth running again.
Alright, so we're gonna run the lean setup, and save a little power on our engine. I will also say my steering wheel.
Laps of fuel remaining.
My steering wheel looks a little plain compared to 2020. It's cleaner, yes, but you know, kind of like the extra bars that was accompanied with the overtake section of the steering wheel.
We're low on fuel. Box in the next 2 laps, please. Box this lap, please. Box this lap. When driving with the pit assist disabled, you'll need to be mindful of your speed when entering the pit lane. If you hit the limiter line too fast, you'll pick up a penalty. Watch the on-screen prompts that show your target speed and distance to the limiter line.
Okay, so that's a new tire wear screen. Okay, yeah, that's identical. That's identical to 2020. And this is identical as well. But I mean, you know, how can you build on perfection? This pretty much shows you everything that you need. All right. So, rear downforce development boost. If we can stay within 2 meters of the racing line for an entire lap, that's doable. Track is 36 degrees Celsius, so that's nice and hot. Alright, let's do the race strategy one, and we'll drive out.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
That's going to be 6 laps. Alright, here we go. Alright, we are behind signs. Okay, went wide on that one.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
I do like how they put more emphasis on your development boosts. I mean, they were there in 2020, but, you know, just the way that they pop up on the screen, the way that you just draw your attention to it, kind of just reminds you why you're doing what you're doing, you know? I mean, yeah, it's a short 10 minutes out on the track. You know, you would think your memory lasts longer than 10 minutes, but you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. I already missed my 2020 MG UK already. I'm barely using the electric energy on this car, and I'm already at 72%. And if I'm not braking, it just drops off. You know, because it is regenerative.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
But we are doing really well as far as pace is concerned. I just gotta watch that tail though. That tail is a doozy. So we'll have to check the development goals and see if we've got that rear downforce. Oh, spin out, spin out. Hold on, let's wait for him to pass. I was just talking about that too. I was just talking about the rear downforce. Like, this car really needs it. But at least I spun out on a turn that was, you know, pretty wide. Like, yeah, I don't think it can make up for that time lost though. Just gonna have to take the L this lap. All right. Almost slipped out again.
Okay, you weren't quite good enough that lap. Try again.
Honestly though, I feel like I can get used to this. Like, if I spend some more time, I can get used to it. Because the tail does get out from under you if you're too rough with the power. And when you're turning at max, like, that situation can happen a lot. And that's with any, high-powered rear-wheel drive car. But I just wasn't minding my power. I got a little complacent. But that's why free practice is so important. Specifically for situations like these. So, about 2.8 seconds ahead of where I want to be. Okay, now we're gaining. Good, good.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Alright, got a tire update here. Front left tire is at 20%. 20%. Alright, Botas is letting me by. Alright, Gasly's letting me by. Alright, so that's pretty neat. So every time a tire hits 20% wear, that little menu pops up. That's a nice little touch from 2020. 2020, you just have to eyeball it. And just check yourself.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Alright, good. Okay, and that is a rear right tire that has hit it. And front right just hit it. We'll go to lean and get this bad boy back to the garage. And take a look at what we can do about our rear downforce issue. Because I would love to just drive this thing as hard as possible. But unless we deal with that downforce, we're not going to be doing anything.
2 laps of fuel left.
And you can also see blisters on the tires. So those little spots that you see, that's a blister. And that just comes from heat. Alright, so we did everything we needed to do for race strategy, so that netted us 200 points. And we've got 3 development boosts from that. A track climatization again. Let's do ERS management. Let's do that one.
In this program, we're looking at ERS management. This is all about managing your battery efficiently throughout the lap to hit your target time. The overtake button will drain the battery quickly, but it will also give you maximum power.
Just try to get as much speed as possible going into turn 1. Because I can try to make up for it in other parts of the track. Coming up on Sebastian Ocon.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
Okay, so it looks like Racing Line is an opportunity for both development goals or sims. So let's bring it around town. I really shouldn't be deploying ERS, but force of habit. It was so tempting to try to overtake there, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to save my engine, save fuel. Actually forgot to slow down in that sector. But I have pit assist on, so it's good. It's all good. Alright, reel me in, boys. Reel me in. Hold on 1 second. Try to turn down the gain a little bit, only because my AC's on right now and it's like blowing directly onto the microphone. The microphone's picking it up. So I don't know what you guys are hearing on your end, but I imagine it's a little jarring. Alright, so for ERS management, we just have to go slower, and yeah, let's do this. We can do it. Tire compound. Let's go with... Oh, we can go with hearts. We don't need to go fast. We just need to stay on the line. So that's going to be up to me. But what I'm going to do is drop fuel. And then that should help me not go too fast. But I have to stay on the racing line, so we're gonna be driving this thing like...
Seems like we're a bit slow in these corners. Turn 5, turn 6.
Okay, that wasn't good. Staying exactly on the line is harder than it looks.
We're slow through the following corners. Turn 5, turn 6.
Alright, so we got our racing line bonus, so I could go ahead and kill the sim now, but I'm not going to do that. And to see if I can get points. Oh, that was a late break. Ah, that was bad. That was awful. Alright, Norris is letting me by. TSM, what's good, man? How you doing? Thanks for joining the stream.
This is the last lap of the program. Final lap of the program.
Alright, I was pretty hot. Just gotta do that one more time. Yeah, that was a bit too much curb. Didn't need all that curb. No, unfortunate. Yeah, we can just power into that one. Brake. Get a little more juice. And brake. Let inertia take us through. And my unit's just overheated. We're going to turn that bad boy off.
Practice program over. That's all we need for now. Return to the garage pronto.
Alright, go lean. We used up a lot of tires today. I've just been running with these hards. But at this rate, we should be able to get through all of our practice. Hello, Mr. 8-Bit. I'm great playing Fortnite. Trying to get Toxic Rick. Nice. How was your day? It was pretty short. Because I slept in. But yeah, it's been pretty good, man. Pretty good. Watched some IRL racing earlier, and decided to stream for a little bit before I start dinner, which I'm actually probably gonna do like
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
pretty soon, because I am famished. I had a very light breakfast and a very light lunch. Everything was in preparation for dinner, which is going to be salad and a protein, most likely chicken. Part of me wants to just make chicken sandwiches from the freezer, but I think I'm going to eat decent today, considering that I went to Taco Bell yesterday. Yeah, exactly. My thoughts exactly. Certainly plan on eating bat tomorrow, but... Alright, that was good. That was good. Good catch. Good catch. I almost went for another lap. I'm not trying to do that. I didn't eat nothing today. Oh wow. Oh man, you need to fix that. Get you some good food going on. You're a growing boy. But then again, you won't have to worry about being overweight and trying to buy bigger clothes, so I guess that's a nice trade-off. I'm trying to slim down, that's why I ate so little throughout the day, and I lost 2 pounds. But I plan on gaining those back tomorrow anyway. Redeem hydrate, okay. Yeah, I do need to hydrate. Okay, that's just skill based. There's really nothing much more for that. Okay, gearbox is going to be the same deal, but I think what I want to do, I don't want to try to like do all of this in one practice session. I would rather not do that. Alright, so Leclerc's right behind me. But he's a 7th in standing. Norris, Verstappen's 3rd, 11th. He got 2nd. Like, who's behind me? Probably someone that's still in the garage. What? They gave him the world flag for Nikita Mazepin? I guess maybe I thought he registered as Russian. That's weird. That is weird. But yeah, we're gonna bow out of the rest of this practice. And then we'll worry about practice 2. Sergio Perez, Lewis. So I'm sitting here at 134.5. Two seconds.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top 3, who are the Professor, Hamilton, and Sergio Perez. What an incredible practice session. The fun doesn't stop here, though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
Alright, that was a pretty decent practice session. So we got just a little more work to do, and oh, I like the shoes. That's proper team drip right there. That is proper team drip. But yeah, we just do a little bit more of that, and then we'll be good to go. And I may modify the difficulty because like I went with the default difficulty that they gave me, but I think it needs to be harder. I shouldn't be doing 2 seconds ahead of the top teams, even in practice. But we'll see. We'll go to qualifying and just see where that pans out, and make those adjustments there. But anyway, I've done my time. Like I said, this is going to be a short stream today. I need to start cooking, so I can actually have some real food. But thank you guys for coming by, Linted, Dream Hunter, TSM. I will see you guys in the Discord. Will I stream tomorrow? I don't know, because the race is happening tomorrow, and I may watch that instead of stream. Haven't decided yet. If I do, I may try to make up for that day sometime during the week. But yeah, that'll be it for me for today, and I will catch you guys later. Take it easy.